in and out of the battle, weave in and out of the fight to make sure he gets those auto attacks off with the Light Slingers. He will do exceptional in terms of these team fights. However, for top esports, you've got fantastic isolation.
Where you just look at where the meta's at right now, right? I mean, look at both mid laners, right? Ahri, Lissandra. We typically have champions in the top lane like the Gnar. Not these like huge damage dealers. So just having that point click ultimate as Mark goes in.
Mark does go in. He's going to get ignited. He gets flashed in. The cleanse, the auto, and JackeyLove. What you're going to see top esports going for here. The dash has already been used by Hope, but they know the TN is here because they had a ward. But now Hope is going to be dying, and you're going to see this a hell of a lot more times here on JDG's side. Top esports just starting exactly how they meant to go on.
It's just hard, right? Once you find the kill, you're able to get away pushed in. Is he Yagao now? Kind of zoned out.
Should be fine, but Knight might be thinking he can go for something a little bit more. There's the Ring of Frost into the hook, and oh my lord, what is this aggression lyric?
Trade in the end. JDG can try and answer back with a Herald on top side, because for TES
and experience going over to the side of JackeyLove, they will get first turret, so it's a good reaction here into what was a losing situation on that bot lane. None of his camps are really up. It's just that Gromp as we're going to look for it. There's a good hook, but the water bottle goes wide as they go straight in now. And the cease and desist on the JackeyLove, who flashes away. You've got Yagao trying to come in with the Spirit Rush. He flashes forward, but he gets caught out by the Frozen Tomb. They've traded support for mid laner. The bubble is good just to try and catch out the Lissandra. Kanavi is probably 1 or 2 auto attacks away from going down. They're trying to trade it back, but Knight stops Hope from getting any more damage. And yes, JDG tried to overload the bot side, but top esports were ready.
Top esports having the damage available, committing the same amount of resources. Knight was hovering the whole time, so it is going to turn into this bot lane turret, finally broken for the side of TS, and now just building on that gold lead. They know they have more DPS right now if a fight breaks out, but JDG, the ones with ultimates still available.
Yeah, they've got ultimates available to them. JackeyLove, no whirling death. They're going to jump straight on top of him. This is the point-and-click CC. They charm him up, but can they take him out? Yes, they can! Shut down goes over to the side of Yagao as they take one more kill as well. This is going to be 3. It's a triple kill coming in for the side of JDG. They're trying to turn this one back. Wayward finally kills off the Ahri in the mid lane, but it's 3 for 1. JDG not dead yet.
It's so annoying to play against Vi and Ahri. We just saw how much distance they can close in a matter of seconds, get straight onto JackeyLove, and now going to turn it into this Drake. What was, a couple thousand gold lead before, slowly creeping back for JDG. Now both teams, one Dragon wave does show up, and Tien doesn't even care about the next wave.
No, he wants to fight. He's got to be careful. We talked about the burst that can come out from someone like a Lucian. Very, very powerful in those small little skirmishes. A smite comes out here as, ooh, nice. He's getting 1v1 right now, and he's got to be so careful. Never mind, he's dead. Kanavi finds the kill, and that is just such a rare error to see from Knight.
Just overzealous, wanting to pick up that blue buff. Maybe assuming since JDG's bot lane committed to going to stop Herald, that maybe can with that rapid fire cannon auto. And now both teams wanting to look for a fight again.
They want to go for the steadfast presence. It's good to stop Kanavi on his initial push, but the single target lockdown is too damn good. He's going to jump back onto Knight. Deja vu, you've been here before. Knight goes golden. He's got a flash available to him. Can they burst him out? Yes, they can. That's a double kill in for Hope. Flash in. The charm does not land. So JackeyLove cells survive. And guess what? Often they will pick an opportunity like right now and say, cool, we're going to go full force. They're going to get the onslaught or these unstoppable onslaught straight down onto the Nautilus, and he's dead. That's a fantastic tidal wave to separate the rest of the team. JDG, they don't care about the early game. They just care about the fights, and they are absolutely destroying top esports. JackeyLove with no flash has nowhere to go.
Great job and great example of exactly what you just said. They always slam their foot on the gas pedal. They really only know how to go forward. Because of that, they get themselves another Drake in pocket. And from being 3,000 gold down earlier, I mean, your support, you're not getting that much gold. You're not matching the tank stats of 369, even if Tien... Wait, what?
Here we go. We're going to go for a full fight. The tidal wave to try and disengage, but you've got your tank of Kanavi almost surviving. Double TP comes in now. It's a 5v4, but a good charm makes this a 4v4. Never mind. Mark goes into stasis to keep himself alive just a little bit longer, and now Hope.
The fact that we said a lot of these fights kind of happening front to back, hitting front line. JackeyLove still not having LDR, went for rapid fire cannon third instead. He could struggle at taking down members like 369, who's going in.
369 is just a full front line. How do you deal with this right now? You can see Knight trying to jump down onto Missing to see if he can get something there. Hope gets the Hextech ultimatum. He cleanses away the ultimate from the Lissandra, and he stays alive. Hope was insane in that they threw everything in the kitchen sink, and he still wouldn't go down.
We finally saw Top Esports try to get on backline, though. This was the first fight where it is the Lissandra and the Camille jumping straight on top of the Lucian. You hit on it, it wasn't able to work out. Hope able to survive. The other members of JDG able to react quickly enough to try to play keep away and be able to get involved as Knight on his lonesome to be instantly taken down by the members of JDG.
Yeah, I will say as well, if you look at
The regular season was actually prioritizing Dragons very heavily because they know
Nice.
Knight is caught out.
He's caught, he's CC'd, and he is dead. Nothing you can do, and this is the vision game we talked about a little bit earlier. When you don't have that vision, you cannot face check.
And sadly for Knight, at least in this game one so far, not having the best performance against his old buddy, his old rival, coming from the same city, playing at the same internet cafe. And right,
Kind of accelerating the gold lead, kind of again. Remember, they were down 5-1 in kills. It was a Top Esports advantage for the first 10, 15 minutes of this
Knight,
game.
not sure if it's available to be ready to change, but no flash up right now. Wayward, no flash up right now. Would be rough.
Here we go, 369. They're putting in some damage into him. But again, remember, we talked about him. He's a super tank. You're not really going to have that same level of kind of damage to put on top of him. Hope does get jumped upon, has to go golden, but immediately will die. The stasis comes out from the Lissandra, so Knight keeps himself alive and picks himself up a kill. But Kanavi's kind of having a 1v1. Never mind, it's a 5v1. He flashes in, misses the Q, and he goes down. Top Esports are not the kind of team that you can get complacent around, and that could mean Baron.
Yeah, Top Esports gonna instantly start this one up. I can't believe they were able to come out ahead in that fight. JDG, though, TPing in. They want to contest this.
They want to contest, and they know there's low health bars. Remember, the Baron damage also shreds your magic resistance. Knight doesn't have his ultimate. They're going to try and run in with 369 playing bodyguard. The splash. The smite is early. The smite is so early, but it doesn't matter. They get the Baron, but can they get out? They're trying to get on the missing, who has to get his Mikhail's blessing on top of himself, but it's Jackie Love who picks himself up a kill. He doesn't really have the damage to take down 369. There's so many low health bars. There's so many people going almost to death's door, but they shall not walk. Mid laners.
In TS now.
Oh,
They're going to be the ones to start it off.
They're going to go in. There's the stopwatch we just talked about. That's a good ultimate there from 369, who gets booted out of the fight by the Poppy. They get the ultimate down from the Nautilus, and he separated out Hope, who goes in the GA, but this is usually the delay for the rest of your team to coming out and help you. Knight is just keeping everybody at arm's length. Flashes beautifully, and we talked about Knight having a little bit of a muted performance so far. He's finally come into this series, and it is going to be Top Esports getting out of that fight on top.
Top Esports staying and wanting to just, barrel down this mid lane, take this turret, not even looking at Dragon just yet. Heck, you have Baron minions for only 40 more seconds. You better use them. And it looks like Top Esports wanting to do that, playing through two lanes, because they did commit Wayward's TP to bot.
And they're going to commit to this one here. The steadfast presence is very good to stop the Nautilus from going down. Never mind. He gets taken out anyway. Kanavi, though, getting chased out here by Jackie Love, who's got some serious damage now that he's got his Lord Dominic's regards. They will be able to trade that 1-for-1, and they get themselves the mid turret as well. While that's been happening, Wayward's been playing a little bit of PvE and getting himself stacked up on that bot side.
Jackie Love cashing out pretty consistently in this game with the Drave, and I mean, heck,
though, you have to be a little bit careful here as the side of 369. You're tanky, but I don't know if you've got enough damage or enough resources to try and keep you alive for long. The Hextech ultimatum goes down on top of them. They're going to have to use a tidal wave as well. It's a little bit of a bounce house. As you can see, Knight and Mark put themselves onto the back side, and TN as well, trying to make more use of this. And I think JDG, they thought that 369's tanky, but we're into the ultra late game. He's just not going to survive.
I mean, we're at the point where, again, Jackie Love has gotten so many kills, cashed out. Earlier on in the game, we're like, hey, he's 3 items in and still hasn't picked up LDR. We are well past that point, now being on full build. Heck, we were saying Hope and Jackie Love were actually the ones keeping up in regards to items. Hope now actually being the one who is an item behind. Jackie Love still has his G8 up. Hope's is down, and that's what's giving TS so much confidence to keep pushing forward. TN and Mark at this point, both just being absolutely fearless with these opportunities.
And again, look, we talked about it from the last series. JDG had a couple of scuffs. They were ahead, they get an advantage, and then it just feels like they just let it go for some reason. They loosen their grip for half a second, and someone like Top Esports, actually going to be Kanavi thinking about it, and go straight in. Whoa, he knew they were there, and he wanted to go for it. It's going to be 4 members here at the side of Top Esports, but now they've got Knight on the backside here, who has to self-ult himself. The Nami has been killed. Jackie Love flashes forward aggressively, but that might have been a detriment to him. He goes into GA, but the rest of JDG have fallen. It's not going to be a JDG win because Top Esports are here to play and Top Esports are here to win.
Top Esports know JDG always love to go in. It doesn't matter if JDG know you're in the bush because Top Esports knew they'd be able to take the fight.
What a roller coaster of a game one, and I want to emphasize that last part. Game one of this best of 5. That is the first game of what I'm hoping is going to be 4 more. This has been absolutely fantastic from both sides, but Top Esports showing they're just a little bit more of a class above.
We said right coming in, this rivalry was the rivalry.
Poppy, we have answers to it. We have ways of dealing with it, but there's a Nocturne coming out. So it's going to be Nocturne jungle here for TN. So a little bit of global pressure, does have a fairly decent clear, and good with something like a Morgana, because yes, you did take an awful lot of time to clear your camps, but look at him, he's only about a camp and a half behind, but Dominus does get popped here. Wayward, he's taking a little bit of damage, but he doesn't really notice it right now because he's not really looking towards that. There is no flash, remember, onto 369, who just waits to try and get himself on top of Wayward, who flashes away. They're still ticking down the Talia Weaver's wall. Stops any kind of an
regular season performance. I think we were trying to hit on this in the last game, then a fight broke out, but one thing I really liked about TES, to where most teams just
had the black shield just to make sure. 369 still sitting underneath the tower. Gale Force has been finished, as we are going to see now. The paranoia comes out. They're going to double ulti on top of them. The fear comes out, and Kanavi without a black shield. They're just giving up the dragon. They don't really have a way of contesting this, so they have to try and find something. It will be a couple more plates on that top side as 369 continues to grow his lead.
And now they could just start having Yagao hover towards top side as well. Kanavi is pathing up there as we speak. We hit up about the Weaver's wall. Now with Blade of the Rune King on 369 and this turret only being 1 plate left, I think it makes a lot of sense for JDG to start committing resources up here. Heck, even their whole vision line is here from before, since they never got a chance to even try to fight and contest bot side river.
Yeah, they never really had an opportunity for it. We will see Q's, the Dustbringer, and of course the Dark Binding coming out for both the junglers there as they try to contest onto this.
Making his way down towards the spot side to potentially match this pressure from Tien.
Oh, Jackie Love, he takes about half his HP. They're going to use the paranoia just to try and disengage. There's a Weaver's wall as Mark flashes away from a bubble. We are going to have the paranoia finally committed on as Yagao has to cleanse. Hope finds the kill, and that's Jackie Love falling down, but here comes the Wayward's ultimate. He's trying to separate out the side of JDG, and it's a 1-for-1 at the end of it all.
Fights. I mean, JDG wanting to force their way down mid. Top Esports will be able to trade back in bot side. You can see the dichotomy already. Top Esports trying to set up for a play with the paranoia, but JDG having a Herald are just going to brute force their way through the mid lane. Dragons come up, so they can look to start making their way down there. And for Top Esports, looks like they have to play 2 different sides of the fight.
With this trade, they have 2 in the bank. Ocean Soul, not as prevalent or as powerful as maybe as well, as we see 369 trying to run down Wayward right now and using the slice and dice there through the minions. You can see the rest of JDG, they heard us talking smack lyric and they said, all right, you want us to fight over absolutely nothing? We're going to fight for this pick right now. I will say with the Weaver's Wall, they can delay this, but I don't take it exceptionally quickly. TPs are going to be going. Wayward's back in a couple of seconds. This is risky. This could be game-changing depending on which one they go for. It's a smite, it's secured in, and they're able to take out the Nocturne as well. The damage comes in as the flash comes out from the side of Mark to make sure he doesn't get hit. Now Wayward trying to see if they can turn this fight. Yes, you got the Baron, but how many people are getting out with it? That is the next question. They're trying to see if they can catch 369, who slices to see if he can maybe get some damage down, but it's not really going to be enough.
Because we were talking about American football early, but
true.
We need to calm down. Now both teams are in front of each other. Sheen, you know what happens? Call the Forge God.
Call the Forge God, but a good dash away by Hope means that the charm from Knight does not land. Now the Weaver's Wall just stops any kind of exit. Wayward gets himself wild growth in, but 369 is already too damn big. You don't really have any kind of engage now after this, so Top Esports are left between a rock and a hard place, and the rocks are being flung at their head by Yagao.
And they're not going to be able to contest this dragon, which you assume JDG will pivot around. 369 finds Tien, and actually everyone.
I was going to say, I don't think he just finds Tien. I think he finds absolutely everybody. No Dominus, no way of keeping him alive, but because you have the Baron push, it means you get those minions to just stay up a little bit longer, and that gives you a tier 2. So you trade off 369, you get your...
See, walks into a brush, all members of TES show up.
Yeah, we're going to see now on the live feed in the bottom left, which has now gone into a nice transition of the full screen. Top tower tier 1 was taken by Top Esports, and then we got bot lane in response. So actually
across the board, and luckily for, not luckily for, missing.
Good flash there. They're going to try and jump completely onto Kanavi, though. You got to be very careful. There's the ultimate there from Wayward. They're going to have Kanavi go into stasis. Knight taking a hell of a lot of damage with the Ultra Shock Laser. Cosplaying as
coming around, Sheen.
They are going to have 369 on the flank. The dominance has been popped. Remember, there's all 5 members here. They're going to find him out. They're going to try and jump straight on top of him. He hasn't got a great amount of CC to deal with all 4 members, so he's going to get taken out here unless they can keep on top of him. They're going to have Wayward flashing forward alongside JackeyLove, but they just can't take down the Crocodile. The flick back is good, but look at Hope. Hope is turning this one right back in the favor of JDG. They take out the Talia. Anyway, right now, he should be able to clear that one out, maybe even one more, and get himself up there. But look at the gold right now. It's all on Hope and 369, but they... Oh, Mark. Not really what he was doing.
Again, Knight also able to join in.
They're going to try and jump in on top of this one here. They're going to be stolen! Get it in on top of it, and they will trade his life gladly. You
does also have both summoners available, which JackeyLove does not.
Nice.
Knight.
Nice. Ooh, he's actually been caught out. Knight again this series, not really
like,
having
confused or make TS think like, hey, you know what we're doing?
No! Oh my god, okay, he thought about it, but they didn't quite get him there. JDG able to secure that objective for themselves, and that was a little bit closer. And you can see now the TN not exactly the most comfortable on this pick of the Nocturne, but it is just a Dragon Summoner available to him, so the Dragon Soul will go over to the JDG, but they may have thrown away their Baron, so it's a permanent buff versus a potentially, you know, kind of short-term buff here for Top Esports. There's the Weaver as well to try and close the distance. The smite is good from TN as he's going to try and put himself on the backside.
Able to trade it 1-for-1.
The brush. They're going to be able to get a little bit of damage there on the JackeyLove, who flashes away immediately. 369 goes down as he gets polymorphed. He's going to get a black shield on top of him as they're going to try and take him out. It's very difficult to take him out. He's got so much damage. He's level 18. He's got so much health, but eventually they take him out. Now you don't have that big front line available to you. The paranoia is good, and it jumps straight down on top of the Yagao, who has to go into stasis. Nocturne goes down. Knight maybe going a little bit too far forward, but the exhaust from the spellbook is good. 1-for-1 right now. It's a top laner for a jungler. There's no real jungle objective to take, so Top Esports are going to have to try and defend again.
And you could just see how like frustrating Top Esports are making this from for JDG, because we said 369 really can't just run in there the way he did from front to back. Has to try and find an angle to come in off the side and get a flank, but TS aren't allowing it, so all of it being up to kind of the range siege that's coming out from members like Yagao and Kanavi, throwing out, you know, the Qs from Yagao, the W from Kanavi, and then Hope being the one to jump in with the Gale Force.
Top Esports from defending their base. The Elder's just about to spawn, but JDG have got Top Esports pinned back in their base. Knight, though, on a bit of a flank. He's looking to try and see if he can catch out Hope, but Hope's not going to let him. TN goes golden just to try and buy a little bit more time, but he goes down. You don't have a jungler now. A flash forward means the 369 does land the Call the Meek on top of JackeyLove as they try to make this one work. The Tidal Wave completely whiffs, but look at the Hope damage. He's doing so much in this fight. Two auto attacks on the JackeyLove are just going to be able to do it. It's between these 280 carries as they both try and prosper for it. You can see JackeyLove, he desperately wants to try and go back and heal up a little bit. Mark has to use the wild growth on himself. The Immortal Shield Bow has been procced there on the JackeyLove. They get Wayward to get the ultimate there on the Hope.
Look at the regen!
And they're just regenning so much right now. Top Esports, they have to go back to their fountain. They need to try and defend their base because the rest of it's being taken by minions.
I just love how confidently that Hope is playing right now, pretty much single-handedly chunking these members out.
Here we go.
Oh, they're going for Mark.
Never mind, they're not going to quite get him just yet. 369 does pop out of the polymorph and keep himself alive. Again, look at the Ocean Soul just doing so much here. JackeyLove goes forward. JackeyLove might have found an opportunity. They can't quite get him though because the Black Shield is enough. The Nami's gone down, and now we can see the rest of the fight coming in. This is all on JackeyLove. He needs to be the carry. He needs to be the reason the Top Esports stay in this game. Hope is trying to stay on the backside of this one here. JackeyLove gets jumped on here by 369, who tries to take him out. He does still have a GA. He gets polymorphed, and he's going to be taken out. It's a 3v4. Never mind, it's a 4v2. And now JackeyLove gets even bigger in the literal sense, and JackeyLove pops off.
JackeyLove completely still haven't broken down any of the structures in mid lane just yet. Looks like Knight finally going to be able to go for that one. But so Top Esports gonna pick up an Elder when fights have been this close, this knife's edge. That Ocean Soul so far has been the difference maker. Now Top Esports gonna have some firepower of their own with this Elder.
What a base defense, but we cannot say that it didn't come at a price. You gotta look at CPs. The Weaver's Wall means they are able to go for this one, but Yagao has to back away. That's a good call from there, and Top Esports with the one word, catch out JDG on the backside.
We'll be able to offset a lot of the pushing power that's been coming through from JDG, trying to force these skirmishes with the
Kanavi! Kanavi's been caught! Kanavi's dead! They had vision!
And it's been looking like that so far.
It's so tense right now. You're getting little by little. 9 getting jumped on here by JackieLove as TN does pop the paranoia. He's not really going in on that, as we can see Knight trying to get caught out here by Hope, but the Ultra Shock Laser doesn't really hit anyone. They get the knock up. The flick back is good there onto TN as Wayward does go golden on his Stasis. The charm onto 369, and JackieLove hunts him down. They're going to keep pushing forward. Wayward will fall, but Kanavi's already got the chains down. He flashes away to keep himself alive. They know this could be the final fight. JackieLove has to use absolute.
Not going to connect.
Going to connect, and with the Ocean Rift, you got plenty of honey fruit as well. Here we go. They're going to pop the paranoia to try and separate them out. We're going to see now a Stasis coming in here for Kanavi. There's a good bubble there onto Wayward, but he's the super tank. Yagao is dead.
No, in top esports though, gonna just try and force this dragon, but I love the play from JDG. Recognizing they can't take the fight, they keep trying to call their bluff.
Knight goes over, nearly goes down. There's going to be the paranoia, jumps straight down on top of the AD carries. Hope does go into Stasis. You don't have the consistent DPS, and now JackieLove can really start to wreak havoc onto this backside. They lose Kanavi, they lose 369. The GA from TN's going to buy a little bit more time, and he flashes over the wall, and he survives. Top Esports just refuse to lose.
JDG as well, though. The fact that neither team can find a dominant game-ending fight is absolutely crazy. And TS just want to take this damn Elder, but JDG are not allowing them to continuously go for the same push down mid.
It's another fight. They got the Ultra Shock Laser. If that landed, it would have slowed them down. But Hope, without a GA, needs to be so careful. Knight gets not the charm. That is a rare miss from him. They do get the cleanse out of Hope as Scout. Or excuse me, Knight has to flash away. JackieLove goes aggressive with the wild growth, and he is fearless. JackieLove again with the pop-off performance. And I think that's it, Lyric. I think Top Esports have finally broken JDG's back.
The fact that JackieLove is the engaged tool with the combination of the wild growth is absolutely insane coming out from TES. And you said it, they're just gonna go for the end.
They're gonna go for the end. You don't need Baron, you don't need Elder, you just need JackieLove on a hyper carry. Top Esports twice in a row put their faith in this 2018 World Championship winning AD carry, and twice in a row he has popped absolutely off.
And now it's up to 369 and Kanavi to try to hold on to things, but I just don't think they can do it. I think there's too much damage.
There's too much. Even with the Black Shield, you just can't really do a lot with it. They're even toying with them just a little bit longer. Wayward tanked for about 20 turret shots.
Use the emote.
Use the emote, Wayward. No, he can't do it just yet, Lyric, because it is still only 2-0 in this series. What a back and forth game number 2. And this is going to put Top Esports up to match point in this best of 5.
This was a phenomenal game, seeing both. Again, it was so tense. You can tell how seriously.
Potential to match it. So yeah, Galio locked in.
I mean, it was a choice, right? He either goes to what he showed the two traditional control mages, which can win really hard 1v1 against the Rise, or you look for the ability to place towards top while your jungle is down, enabling bot side. Could leave you open to a team overloading as bubble hits.
Bubble does hit. They get the heal there from Mark as he tries to just keep the sustain going, but Hope very much caught out there. No flash. Doesn't really think he can take any kind of a trade. But now that they know TN is bot side and that Knight hovered over to it, Yagao's trying to find a counterplay in the top side.
So we're seeing exactly what we said. Realm Warp coming through. Wayward's still not close to Mega.
It's a big wave. They're going to see now the World Ender has been popped. They'll get the Rune Prison down, and Wayward is dead. No real counterplay. Again, they love to get 369 ahead. He's on a carry this time around that can have, again, like you mentioned, that big mid-game spike, but they're looking for an early game spike. Tien, he flashed. But when you flashed and you've already used your Q, you ain't got no more mobility.
Top Esports weren't even able to go for a cross map and look to pick off a Drake.
Oh, Knight went aggressive with adjusted points. They're going to be able to use so much of the single target CC. Knight has nowhere to go. He does have the ultimate, but
JDG as a guaranteed victor. But, you know, speaking to that point, Top Esports able to pick up the first Drake. But the problem is, from that pick in mid lane, or who knows, maybe Tien there does just fully commit onto Kanavi or 369.
Not only that, but you're also getting a tier 2 turret. There's no real way that anyone with wave clear can deal with this. And honestly, JDG are having a fantastic early
mid and be here first. And heck, Wayward could join in, right? He does have TP available.
Aatrox. That's kind of the play right now. The Rift Herald will reset.
Don't look at JDG and they don't exist.
Yeah, out of sight, out of mind. That's just all you got. Now, no real dragon or anything to take right now. Kanavi, though, has found himself maybe with an opportunity to flash in on top of Mark. Doesn't even need the flash, can get his out of him. So Mark has to use his flash, his heal, and his tidal wave to try and disengage this one. JackeyLove uses the cleanse after the hostile taker has been used. Missing goes down. Kanavi almost dead as well. There's going to be the hero's entrance as they're going to have to use the realm up to try and get everybody out. Kanavi not quite going. Definitely going to be a little bit harder to try and catch out that Aatrox, but the Rift Herald does get spawned out into the mid lane. And now everyone's kind of moving forward. You've committed so many resources here that you're actually going to lose the teleport as well. That's not going to come in on time.
No, Mega.
Not quite in Mega just yet. Yagao going to have to use his ultimate, but they're already going to try and commit absolutely everything onto him. He's very tanky, though, and the Cyclone committed as well. That makes it so hard for them to actually get the damage down. They finally put him to rest and put him into the Great Green. Tidal Wave comes out to try and disengage this fight. It's a bit separated for top Esports. They weren't able to get the bot lane involved, but now a great ultimate from the Renata stops anybody from getting in on top of this fight, and it's a 2-for-1 trade. You're still looking for it, but massive play here from JackeyLove. As you can see, the kiting and the burst from him is just too damn big. Needs to be careful, though. The rend is very, very powerful. They're going to try and jump on top of him, and Hope takes him out. TN trying to see if he can pick correctly, and he does in the end. Kanavian missing. Looked like he went through choice paralysis there. There was so many people around him, but now Wayward. Ooh, those infernal chains. They have an idea, but it's already gone. They don't. No, they haven't got an idea just yet. They tried to get a vision down, but now it's a little bit too little, too late with the red, with the smite twice in a row. JD Daylight robbery, and they love these early barons.
Seriously, 2 times this series, JDG sneak a baron right from under top Esports without them even realizing it. So now going to be able to keep up this pressure once again. 6K gold lead on the board, Ashin.
So aware, but I will say, wait for the... I don't believe anyone's actually picked up any real...
Oh, missing!
Oh, missing! He's been caught out. He cleanses, he flashes. I'm going to try and catch out JackeyLove, but there's going to be a great ultimate there. The Renata with no cleanse. JackeyLove ends up hitting his own teammates, and this could be it. In 26 minutes, they've killed 3 members. They need to try and kill JackeyLove because they're breaking open the base.
Oh, 369 is TP, though, so they're gonna keep the push going. Health bars are full. JDG might just take this game out of nowhere.
You don't have to wait to 50 minutes to lose it if you can win it in 25. Half the time, better result. JackeyLove is dead. JDG, stay alive.
JDG finally get the gold lead they need and find the fight they need to end the game at 26 minutes. This is the JDG comfort zone. They keep their playoff dreams alive, Ashin. But they still look so tense. They were able to do it once. They need to do it 2 more times. It hurt the barrels a little bit as well in terms of the crit damage able to come through later on in the game. But still one of 369's most comfortable champions. He will go back. Their power's going to come online later. It's good we saw this start come up. But TN now going to look for a gank onto 369, but was spotted.
Yeah, he was spotted, but 369 is still walking forward onto this. I'm not quite sure that's what you want to be doing. What a flash prediction from TN. That was so clean.
Great coming out from TN. Kanavi, can you get this?
I mean, he's going to have to try and burn through the Arctic armor, which means that you don't get the slowdown onto Wayward. Remember, available to 369 should something happen in this bot side. And it looks like something is, because you've got Hope not quite in a great position, gets flashed in on top of, but will be followed right over the wall. TN with the cease and desist, point and click.
The wall and set up for this gank. And now Kanavi.
Oh, he flashes in, got the Cyclone down. Tien actually just finished off his recall. The heal is good. The exhaust has to come in just so Missing won't lose his life. And Kanavi gets JDG on the favor. You will see Kanavi now realizing that Tien is in his side of the jungle. But with Yagao and Nightboat here, the Weaver's Wall a hell of a lot quicker to join in on top of this one here. But there's going to be the round warp. They're going to try and make this turn around. You have got the flick back. Great to bring him back over the wall. You can see Tien looking for it. Oh, he baits out the ultimate there from Wayward, who doesn't get it, and the smite to keep him alive. No way! Oh, Wayward finally takes him out. They're going to try and donate that one over to 369 on this gangplank.
Wanting to try to guarantee a pick onto the Thalia, and at the end of the day, with the passive damage, wait, Ashin, what's going on?
We're going to have a Cannon Barrage, trade it back. That's Yagao going down in favor of, Tien. Now you got the Zeri trying to come into this. JackeyLove flashes away and gets himself an ebb and flow. But you can see Hope now has them in a barrel. He's got Fish ready to shoot, and he's just lining them up, ready to take him out. A double kill, but he's got to be careful of Knight. There's some significant damages. That's a hell of a lot of rocks. Missing is here to try and maybe body block just a little bit. But oh, Hope, where are you going? You just went the wrong way, and he's just going to be able to get... And they, yeah, I feel like that should have been a 4 for 2, but Obviously, unfortunate for JDG. Weaver's wall is going to be good to put him over the side of the wall, but he's going to flash in. There's a cannon barrage to try and delay them. You can see them just trying so desperately to take him out. Good flick back there from the side of Knight. Means that 369 should be going down, but while that's all been happening, Yagao's been caught out as he tried to help out his top laner. The exhaust gets they get 2 turrets from this, because look at Lucian Nami in the mid lane. They saw half health getting taken by Kanavi as he tried to defend that mid lane turret. So Hope will get first turret, so that's a little bit of extra local gold for him, but great move now into the mid lane. Like you mentioned, get that turret down and also get pressure for this next dragon fight.
So they won't be able to guarantee this. JDG won't be able to brute force their way in here. 369 finally going to be able to make his way.
Oh, wow. Okay, they're going fully in on top of Kanavi because they know they kill the jungler. They can take this fight. They can take this dragon. But with the Cyclone coming in and trying to trade back this damage, it's a good cannon barrage, and you've lost your super tank. There's going to be the Realm War bringing everybody now on top of Knight, who has to use his stopwatch, but everyone's dissipated. They've all left him to the winds because they said, look, buddy, we can't really do much for you. Now we can see Hope aggressively flashing forward. He's peppering down the damage. You can see him. He's ramped up and ready to go. Won't be caught out by the Aqua Prison just yet. And Jackie Love knows he needs to sacrifice himself for the betterment of his team. JDG thought they got caught out, but Top Esports got bitten back.
Their first dragon of the game. And now we're just saying, oh, gold completely even. JDG start racking up the gold lead.
Get themselves out on the backside of this one here. But now you go. Needs to be careful. Weaver's wall into the cease and desist. They are committing quite a few members, but remember, he has a Crown of the Shattered Queen, which means he's able to survive for so damn long.
Once we get to like the 14-15 minute mark, where JDG typically really start accelerating the game. But for Top Esports, you have so much CC, so much
repeat for what it was tried to do in 2020, but here we go. We're going to see 369 getting jumped on here. He's going to get Flip Black, but they haven't really put down the damage yet, and they're kind of trying to pile in on top of him, trying to overload this top side. They had to use a hell of a lot, but they didn't only gain the first kill onto the 369 top laner, and he's still going to have Cannon Barrage.
And we're seeing the same thing we saw in Game 2 where Top Esports is the Nocturne, is that JDG actually have stronger soul laners in the 1v1 and side lanes. So Top Esports are doing a lot to just bombard sides.
Top Esports right now, but Yagao needs to be a little bit careful. They're going to try and jump onto Hope, but they get themselves the Ruin Prison. They're trying to jump onto Jackie Love, the Cyclone, the Cleanse, and Kanavi gets himself a 4-man knockup. He sacrifices his life, but he'll take that trade all days of the week. Yagao goes forward. The Ultra Mega Shock Rocket comes in, and they're mistaking Zeri's Ultra Shock Laser and Super Mega Det Rocket every single time, and I don't know why, but we're going to see Missing and Kanavi taking a hell of a lot of damage right now. Kanavi knows he's dead. He's just trying to save out Missing right now. With no jungler here, you have Shock Laser. Got it that time, as we can see now 369 a little bit of a pickle. The Weaver's Wall doesn't really separate anyone out from getting in, but it stops them from retreating. Here we go. We're going to go straight on top of it. It's going to be a bit of a trade back. The smite comes out, and that's going to be Kanavi securing it. Wayward very, very low as the cease and desist comes in. You've traded back the Zeri for the Lucian. It's going to be down to 369. The carry you set up, the big gangplank, nearly able to keep it going, but Top Esports have Knight, and he wants to become. Like we said earlier, we can't deal with the side wave. A 3-item gangplank is just too damn big. We need to use our strength and the fact that we can point and click CC people to death.
Knight should do a fine job at least just catching this wave up in the top side. 369 will get out scot-free, but this will be this is great momentum. Is 369.
He's caught between a rock and a hard place, but it's still 369. He's still a 3-item top lane gangplank, but then Zeri died in the bot side because they thought they had a numbers advantage. It ends up being a trade on 2 sides. TP coming in here from Knight to try and make this one back in the side of Top Esports' favor. Missing and Yagao have been separated, everyone going their own ways. Yagao has got a TP, but he's got no Realm Warp. He's going to flash over the side and maybe look to try and TP away, but here comes Tien. He's got a flash, and he's got himself a mark. Nowhere for Yagao to go. He's got himself a phase rush, so he's playing keep away.
It's going to end up being a 3-for-1 for the side of TS at the end of the day. And JDG, they had done such a good job to try and get more items under the belt of 369 and Hope are fine to give this away at the end of the day, because it would be pretty tragic, right? For JTES has, right now, Baron coming up in 8 seconds.
Cullen gonna have to come out to protect Wayward from taking too much damage, but they will land the CC in. But here goes the Cyclone right onto the backside. The tidal wave is good to keep them all away. The Cannon Barrage stop anyone from Top Esports from moving forward. Tien is dead, but as is Kanavi. It's literally a trade of junglers as Bo 80 carries and mid laners trying to go forward. Jackie Love thinking he might have had an opportunity here. Knight though gets hit by a barrel. Capitalize. Top Esports gonna steal away this Baron without a jungler because they knew that JDG didn't think
JDG have decent ability to stop them from coming in with the damage that they're able to put out. Not the best wave clear, but also not terrible.
Weaver's Wall trying to separate Yagao from the rest of the team, but The Q in there from Vi means they're just able to try and get out Yugao's passive on his currently Shattered Queen. And like you said, still decent wave clear from the side of JDG, but this Baron buff makes it very difficult to kill off that last little minion. So Hope had to go back to base and make sure that he is as healthy as he possibly can be before this next Baron. So not really hitting the barrels at the moment, and Hope gets jumped on here by JackeyLove, who goes very aggressive and forces out the ultimate and the Immortal Shield Bow. So a lot of protection no longer available for Hope on this area. And honestly, Top Esports are feeling more and more confident the longer this game goes.
Calling off cooldown to just keep members of JDG low so they can't answer this push.
Yeah, you still have 30 seconds left on this Baron push right now. JackeyLove still needs to be a little bit more careful, but you can see right now Mark has got the ebb and flows, and he's doing significant healing with it. There's going to be another cannon barrage on such a short cooldown, but it's really just to control the wave. Kanavi gets taken out, and there's nothing they can do. They can't even kill Wayward. Never mind. A flash in from Yagao means they're able to trade it back. 369 looking for the Lucian, and he finds him. And Exhaust goes down onto TM, but they traded it all. As we can see, there's going to be the ultimate. This is right from JDG. Don't get caught out. Give it up. You don't care about this tier 2.
I mean, barring a pick coming out,
Our LPL are just bangers all day, every day. Wayward looking for Yagao. They will be able to CC him up. JackeyLove goes down onto 369, who goes into the stasis, but they jump down onto Knight, and there's going to be another ultimate use as they're tracing him down. Hope looking to try and make this damage stick as you get the side of JackeyLove going down. You don't have any more damage because Knight has to back away, and we were just talking about TES taking the game, but it looks like JDG, they might have found that these death timers are huge.
We curse us to a game 5 machine as TN actually finds one back. Might be 2 as Exhaust.
Oh, they'll be jumping back in fairly shortly. Yes, we are now. Yagao is around, but I feel like they haven't gone for it. Missing. Not quite sure why he was there, but he was. Now Knight may be in a lot of trouble. He has to cleanse, but he's hit by the Ultra Shock Laser, and now he got a 4v5. Kanavi gets on the backside. I talked about them stepping up, and JDG, they lose the Baron, but Tien gets flashed away, and they're all dead, Lyric. JDG lose the Baron, but they gain the win. They're going to be able to barrel down mid lane, and we're going to Silver Scrapes.
Yeah, 50-second death timers. JDG somehow find the positioning. Knight, once again, in a critical moment, Machine, gets caught out.
I mean, this guy is so good, but you can't be making these mistakes. You can see the idea behind him was to sit behind Baron Pit, making sure no one could lose. Mark maybe trying to cut off the wave, but I don't think there's much you can do there. They've enough there. It's going to be 5 games, and there's 3 things that are sureties in this world, is that you will pay taxes, you will die, and Top Esports versus JDG will go to 5 games.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Have guaranteed counter pick into Wayward, and they're going to try and put it onto the Aatrox. So 369 now giving himself that big, powerful move. And again, we saw how good it was. And with the help of Nice, Tien gets himself the Raptor steals. So now you're going to see it missing going in, and this is exactly what you talked about. The heal with the polymorph means there's not real kind of trade back. As I say that, Mark's getting pushed in. Missing gets so much onto him. The Boomerang Blade is good, and one more auto attack means that Hope gets first blood. JDG, and not only does it mean they get the advantage in bot, but they also get first dragon as well. So
Machine, it's crazy. We've seen Top Esports controlling bot side most likely and getting dragon in most of the game so far.
Tien coming, and he's going to have to try and back himself away. Wayward not quite at his level 6, or excuse me, his Mega Gnar to use his level 6, but now Kanavi maybe thinking he can maybe go for a fight here onto Tien. They're going to get the stun down. Wayward's going to think about it. There's going to be Talia ultimate like you talked about, and they just pile everything in on top of the Aatrox. You don't need guaranteed engage when you're 1v3.
Exactly. For the side of JDG, can opt into those plays when Knight does have the ability to move. JDG feel comfortable when they are 5 members with all 5 members of Top Esports in front of them, but they still look like they're going to posture for the fight. Missing has his ult. Mark still doesn't.
Oh, you're going to try and jump on the Missing. There's the curse of the Sab moment to come out. He gets flicked back as well. The heal comes out to try and keep Missing alive. He just about go down. The Poppy has been traded. Hope, though, in a lot of trouble. Nice flash, but he's on the wrong side of the rift. They're trying to jump onto Mark, but he doesn't quite go down. And you can see now Yagao with the soldiers trying to do his best, but Wayward should be able to go mega and keep himself alive. Hope seeing if he could maybe catch somebody out, but he hasn't even got brown bags on his shoes. 369 is here, but it's all too little, too late, and the game has just... You can see Wayward just using the fact that he's now got himself an advantage. 1-0 and 3. Top Esports have control
towards that top side. Yagao's covering bot, but he is TP.
Does have TP. We are past 14 minutes, so it is unleashed, meaning he can get some extra towards that top side. Bandage toss from missing on the TN just to kind of say, hey, look, we're not alone. We got plenty of people here. They are going to have the ultimate there from... the bandage toss lands him, and he Spider-Mans his way back, but I don't know if they wanted this fight because they are in a little bit of a disadvantage. They got the Azir coming in, but it's a little bit too late. Top Esports turning this one right back around, but the Aatrox with the Qs doing huge damage. But look at JackeyLove. He's on the left-hand side trying to make sure he's doing the work for Top Esports, and everybody will go down. It will be a 4 for none. As you can see, Top Esports starting to rip through this game.
Top Esports finding the fight that they probably didn't even know that they wanted, Ashin. The bandage toss connects, wild growth is huge, and now Top Esports gonna start taking these turrets down, pushing up in top side. Wayward pushing down in bot, just taking absolutely everything. Yes, TES, except they can't fight. They can feel they're too far in the hole, and they're just looking to cross map for now.
Yeah, they got a cross map. You're going to give up that dragon now out of the 5. Can't remember 2 of them for some reason in my head, but we will see now where this kind of sets up the map.
Finally ahead for the first time in the series, and honestly going to make it hard for 369 to find an impact. And TS just want to keep finding this mid lane turret. Great ult coming out from Tien, and just extend flash available.
They're looking to pincer. Missing's looking to try and get on the backside of this one here, but the Weaver's Wall is going to separate everybody out. Look at Kanavi's on the backside of this fight, but he can't really get into the Dragon Pit. And now Missing's being chased down. That should be immediate warning signs out for the rest of JDG. Kanavi puts down a ward, but I don't think it was really needed. You knew they weren't starting it. You did.
Available.
Yeah, Yagao gets chunked out by the Ultra Shock Laser. They're going to try and burn him out, but there's going to be Missing. Your engage is no longer there now. You're kind of CCing up 369, who can't get away. He doesn't have a way of flashing, and this is just gone to 9. Has been almost 100% kill participation for his team. Him and JackeyLove have been exceptional at just being the carries that they're needed, but now you've got 369 on a flank, trying to see if he can go for something. Kanavi kind of maybe get an ult off as well. They're trying to pincer them in. Talia wall goes down, or the Unraveled Earth goes in to kill off the Lulu. They're now going to try and turn on tonight. That's 2. You're getting the Sivir resetting. JackeyLove has nowhere to go. That's 3. The wall as Azir brings them all in, and they're going to be able to get 4 kills. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, JDG. They've turned this game right back on its head.
I can't believe that JDG actually found the kills. Top Esports, it looked like they just had too much damage on the board. By the time Missing went in, he was already half HP, but JDG just able to run them down. Now picking up the bounties. What is going on in this game machine?
They're going to be able to get an inhibitor, I think, off of this, or at least an inhibitor turret, because they're just doing so much here. They're going to back away because they don't want to have to ult, especially with the way these fights are going.
Yeah, TS, the fact that they're on that solo point, have great position, and Wayward about to hit Mega.
Oh, Missing, but they're going to try and jump on the Tien. Tien has flash, but he's been CC'd out. You don't have a jungler. You got Meganar now as 369 and Wayward kind of rough it out in a 1v1. They're now going to make it a 3v3 as the rest of the teams now try and help them out. Wayward feeling a little bit worse for wear and kind of walking away with his tail between his legs because he just cannot continue with this fight. The Dragon has spawned, and remember, no smite available now for Top Esports, but they may look for the fight anyway.
Yeah, JackeyLove having a tremendous amount of damage, able to come out through that W. They're just trying to chunk them low and see if they can find anything outright. We've seen JDG find their way onto JackeyLove the night before, Missing as the flank.
He has got the flank. They're going to try and go in. Stolen! Kanavi gets it in with the flash. He will lose his life, but he does not care. They got the Baron despite Dragon Soul goes over to Top Esports. They would have loved both objectives, but they only get the one.
Up. And looks like JDG, the plan is still to just overload one side of the map. They know they don't really want to contest.
They put themselves in a position to get over the wall. Kanavi could flash in again, but they know they don't want to flip this one more time. Missing, separated from the rest of his team. Nice Zonyas to stop Wayward's engage. Now they can really look for the fight. As you can see, 369 tries to make stuff work with the Q. They're not quite able to make it work, and Baron resets. You've lost the Meganar now, so that means Top Esports very much at the disadvantage.
And JDG, I mean, they still have their engage tools, and Amumu has a Zanyas. Kanavi has a stopwatch. They have tools to be able to engage, buy time for their team to follow up, but Top Esports want the fight now.
They know they can see Kanavi. There's a very important ward there. They know exactly where Kanavi is, and they're going to try and deal with him. There's the ultimate. You don't have a smite now, and that's going to be the Baron going over to top Esports. That's why the Poppy is so powerful. Wayward flashes in to try and catch 369. Nobody dies, but the prize has been taken. But Elder Drake is spawning in 5 seconds, and JDG, they're making a beeline.
Now TN not having that ultimate, so won't be able to look to make that same play, but they bought enough time for Wayward to have that Mega Gnar online. JDG instantly wanting to go with the burst and missing, going to try and take a flank angle, but Knight's going to run into him.
Knight's going to find him and put down a hell of a lot of damage there onto the poor little sad mummy. Here we go. They're going to try and trade it back. The Elder Drake going so low. It's a flip. It's secured by JDG. And now they can really start to make this one work for themselves in game 5. There's going to be down on the 80 carries. JackeyLove needs to stay alive, but he loses his GA. Now Kanavi and Yagao trying to deal with Knight, trying to deal with Wayward. They're trying to deal with everybody. Kanavi yet to kill off JackeyLove, and JackeyLove is the only one left to keep top Esports in this series.
And JDG need to be careful. We've seen JackeyLove come out in clutch moments before.
Oh, he's looking for it, but I think the Elder's going to be enough. It is. They get the shutdown. You got the Baron, but you lost everybody, and now they're TPing. They know they can end the game. They know they can get themselves a ticket to finals.
It's going to be close to Ashin. TN coming up in about 10 seconds. Mark not too far behind him. They do have numbers advantage. They do have the Elder Drake buff, but heck, TN might be able to do it. His ult's coming online as well.
Here we go. We're going to see them now take down the Inhibitor turret. Inhibitor next to follow. TN and Mark, you are the final bastion. You are the final people who can defend top Esports. This is all going to be down on the ultimate, but he whiffs. He missed it, and there's nothing more for him to do. The steadfast presence actually keeps him alive, and you lose the GA on 369. Lyric, it's not done just yet, because here's a Weaver's Wall. Here's Knight, and Yagao's now caught between a rock and a hard place. Has to leave his top laner to just deal with the rest of top Esports, and the game continues.
JDG there being a little bit overzealous. I mean, that time is so low. And TS, I think, being a little bit more conditional, right? You need to be able to play around things like this Mega Gnar to find fights. And I mean,
we're about to go Mega, and immediately will be found by 369. They bring him back with the Infernal Chains, and now JDG back themselves away from the fight. Missing goes in, catches out Wayward, but only Wayward. They get the ultimate from the Poppy, but now 369's on a flank. It's an ultimate flank. They're jumping on the JackeyLove. The Zeri is dead. Yagao gets an ultimate as well, and it looks like JDG might have done it. The Sivir refuses to die, as does the hope of JDG. They have brought themselves to the reverse sweep, and they will knock top Esports to the lower bracket.
The one game they didn't find a lead, they actually managed to come out ahead. This org hasn't been in finals since 2020, but they managed to get back, Ashin.
They've managed to bring it back, the first final in over 2 years for JDG. Not only that, but they secure themselves a World Championship seed.
I cannot